Before we start the video, I have to be honest with you about something very personal. When I started making videos, there was one thing I truly hated: the sound of my own voice. Have you ever recorded yourself and thought, is that really me? Why do I sound so high pitched and childish? That was my reality. Every time I listened back, especially through microphones and earpieces, I felt embarrassed. For me, it was more than just a feeling. When I was younger, I remember some people would make fun of my voice. They would laugh or mimic me, saying I sounded like a cartoon character. This made the problem much worse. I started to worry that you, the listener, would not take me seriously. I worried my voice would ruin the serious message I was trying to share. It was a real emotional block that made me want to stop making videos. But I want to share this entire journey with you because I know so many people feel this way. Not just about their voices, but about some part of themselves they feel they need to hide. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of hating my own voice, why it sounds so different to us, and the simple mental trick I used to move past the pain. And as always, this is a great way to improve your English with me. The first thing I learned helped me stop thinking it was a problem with just my voice. It's actually a problem with physics. When you speak, you hear your own voice in two different ways. First is air conduction. The sound travels through the air to your eardrums. Second, bone conduction. The sound travels through the bone inside your head. When you hear yourself talk in real life, you hear the air sound plus the bone sound. And the bone sound makes your voice sound deeper and richer to you. But when you hear a recording on your phone or in your headphones, you are only hearing the air conduction. You lose that deep bone sound. So the voice you hear on the recording is the voice everyone else has always heard. And it feels like a surprise to us. I had to tell myself the voice I hear on the recording is the real one, and it is the voice I must learn to accept. The first step, understanding the science, was the first step to feeling better. Even after I knew the science, the feeling didn't just go away. The memory of people making fun of me stayed in my head. I still felt a block. I would listen to my recordings and focus only on high-pitched parts. I would think, this sounds too childish, too silly. They won't take this English lesson seriously. This was a mental block. I was letting the memory of mean words stop me from sharing my important message with you. I realized that my listeners were not listening for a perfect radio voice. They were listening for my message. They were listening for the English tips, the stories, and the ideas. My voice was just a transportation for the important package of information. I decided to try a simple two-step trick. Firstly, the message over music. Every time I felt annoyed by the sound of my own voice, I forced myself to stop listening to how I sounded and focus only on what I was saying. Is the English clear? Is the idea good? Yes, that's what matters. The friend's voice trick. When I listened to a recording, I imagined it was a friend speaking. If my friend had the same high pitched voice, would I hate it? No. I would just hear my friend. I would listen with kindness. I needed to be as kind to myself as I was to my friends. So what happened? I kept recording, I kept listening, I kept practicing kindness to myself. And slowly, the voice that I hated became the voice that I accepted. I'm telling you this story today because I'm over it now. I'm here on this microphone sharing my voice with you. My voice is still high pitched, but it is my voice. And it is the voice I use to connect with you every week. I realized that my unique voice is not a weakness. It is actually a strength because it makes me sound like me. I don't sound like everyone else, and that's a good thing. If there is anything about yourself you dislike, your voice, your body, or your accent, I want you to try the same trick. Remember, your voice is just the package for your important message. Don't let the package stop you from delivering the gift. Be brave, be kind to yourself, and share your voice with the world. What is one thing about yourself you need to stop hating and start accepting? Tell me in the comments. And please subscribe to my channel for more true stories and to improve your English with us. Thank you. Bye-bye.